Welcome to JMR Talks. Today we will discuss about Chatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. What are certain management principles we all could pick up and learn to become better leaders. Uh, we all know that a person's legacy simply cannot be defined in terms of military success. It could be some management principles which we could pick up from him for application in the ground reality, so as to become what called responsible and what called good leaders. And that's the beauty of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He was a visionary leader, known for his what I call ethical leadership practices, delegation and decentralization, and most importantly, empowering his what I call associates or subordinates, and allowing them to what I call required autonomy to take what I call decisions. On 19th February, we have celebrated legendary leader's birthday. So, on this occasion, let us look at some of the management principles which we all could learn to become what are called better leaders. One, vision and mission. Shivaji Maharaj, vision was to create a what are called Hindu kingdom in India. But as we know that vision is some sort of what are called hazy kind of thing, and the normal people may not be able to what are called understand. So his mission was about freeing the people from Mughal and Adil Shahi rulers. Now this is what call induced, what call inspired people, because he was not there to what call spreading his what call sphere of influence. Rather than he was trying to what call fight against the what call atrocities and free the homeland from the what call rule of Mughal and what call Adil Shahi rulers. The second, the origin of cabinet. Nowadays we are talking about cabinet. Shivaji, as we know, he was an efficient ruler and what called administrator. He had a cabinet known as was called Ashtapradhan Mandal, with ministries like for foreign affairs, internal intelligence, etc. And most importantly, he was the first Hindu king who had a what called navy with about 300 shipyards. And importantly, he had a coastline of what called 300 miles. See his what called lateral thinking. Coming to motivation, we all know that in a current what call atmosphere, given the equal accessibility, availability, and affordability of what call talented and motivated what call workforce, makes what call all the difference. Because for any company, whether the technology, what call infrastructure, what call any other thing is equally available, accessible, affordable. So what is the cutting edge? The cutting edge is their talented and motivated workforce. So leaders what call need to what call inspire and lead by what call example. In fact, I keep telling my would-be managers that they should follow the mantra of what call involve, inform, inspire, with their what call transparent and enabling what call approach, so that people start perspiring. And that's what Shivaji Maharaj has done. He has instilled a love for freedom and what called motherland. He practiced what he preached. Sometimes we come across what called leaders, they only preach. And mind you, when leaders take up the task assigned to what called their associates or their subordinates, it instills confidence in them and what called induces them, encourages them to what called put up their best. Next, learning mindset. He had a what called a learning mindset. He was always looking for new warfare, what called techniques and all that. Shivaji Maharaj was a keen learner, always focused on improving his knowledge and what called skills. In fact, today I keep what call saying at the cost of reputation that one soft skill which hitherto was neglected and needs to be focused and emphasized is that of improving. Improving the way we perceive, the way we analyze, the way we work, etc. etc. And continuous learning and self-improvement. It's not that Shivaji Maharaj was content with the learning and something what call leave it. No, he was continuously what call willing to learn and what call improve himself. Next, people management. Shivaji loved and respected what call his people. There is a saying: people may forget what you say, people may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel. And that was the beauty of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He treated all his what you call subjects fairly, and what you call put a code of conduct for his soldiers to what you call what you call discipline, loyalty, and what you call honesty. Though he was a devout Hindu, he practiced religious tolerance. He was fair to what you call each and every one. Next, delegation and what you call decentralization. We all know that a manager cannot do what you call everything on his own. There are certain things which he can do, what you call certain things which he has to what you call delegate. And importantly, when he delegates part of his work, he gets some free time to do what you call better things, what you call important things. And that's what Shivaji Maharaj has done. He empowered what you call his subordinates. He gave the what you call freedom to what you call decide. When I hear this, I am reminded of what I call Daniel Pink's what I call three principal motivational elements which he mentions in his great book The Drive: autonomy, mastery, and what I call purpose. He trusted his commanders, Shivaji Maharaj, and that's the reason because of the trust what I call they enjoyed, they had freedom in what I call stationing the troops and allocating the what I call resources. They could take what I call decisions depending on the what I call contingency situation, etc., etc. The next, ethical leadership. We all know that ethical leadership is essential for building trust. And Shivaji Maharaj followed ethical leadership through his actions. He was honest and he was known for his integrity. And when it comes to what I call administration, for example, look at what I call financial management. He maintained accurate records of what I call income and expenditure. Absolutely, there was no scope for any fraud or something like that. He ensured efficient allocation of resources, fair and honesty. Next, innovation and strategic planning. Shivaji Maharaj was facing a what I call huge Mughal army, larger than what I call his and better equipped. So naturally, he has to what I call be strategic in his approach in terms of military tactics or infrastructure or administration and all that. That's how what I call he adopted what I call guerrilla technique to face the what I call Mughal army. What was guerrilla? Sudden attacks, ambushes, hit and what I call raids. Now because of this what I call unique innovative way, he could what I call beat what I call Mughals as such. So Chatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was inspiration to what I call all. We all should remember that he was not for power. He was fighting against what I call atrocities and trying to provide good governance to his subjects. He has strengthened the what I call rural economy with the different schemes for farmers. He coined the word Swaraj not to spread his sphere of influence but to free the country from what I call despondent what I call rulers as such who are known for their oppressive suppressive actions. And because of this, the successive what I call rulers like Peshwas etc., they tried to emulate to secure Swarajya and Surajya. Swarajya is what I call self-government, Surajya is what I call good governance. He empowered what I call his associates, gave them freedom to make decisions, and that's what today what I call modern what I call leaders what I call do. And I'm sure that given his legacy, not only in terms of military successes, but in terms of the management principles which what I call gave us, I'm sure he will continue to inspire all of us in the modern era to become more effective and more what I call better leaders. Thank you.